Sorry for the location change. It's just that I'm using my phone instead of my camera, so I'm here right now, and those are the lights that I turned on, so it looks really cute and aesthetic. So let's carry on. So basically this video, I made another poll on Instagram about lessons that people have learned in 2019. So they were all on my phone, but I transferred them to my laptop because I'm videotaping with my phone. And by the way, if anyone wants to know, these are Huda Beauty lashes called Samantha. Just a heads up. And this wig is from Amazon. And it initially was curled, but I straightened it with a steamer because it's synthetic. So, but I love it. Oh my God, it's just so inspiring. It makes me want to color my hair and just like, it's cute. I love it. So let's get started with what everybody has to say about what they learned in 2019. So first of all, and like I said, some people, like last video, some people want to be anonymous and some people don't really mention it. This is by Mansoor.Azim. Never overestimate Pakistani passport. Always apply for visas well in advance. I can totally vouch for that because I know someone who's just like 15 years old and she wanted to go to Iceland and literally they did not accept her visa just because she had a Pakistani passport. Like, how ridiculous is that? You know, so that just shows that, you know, they can really just like do anything, you know, like no matter who you are, no matter what age you are, gender, whatever, like you really need to plan your trips in advance and make sure you have your visa stuff all set up. Like, I've never had that worry because I have my own, you know, United passport. So I've never really had to worry about this stuff and I've always taken it for granted, but that's a good lesson. Thank you very much. Okay, this is by my dear friend Imran. You have probably seen him in some of our videos. Izzy Mantic, and he said, those who matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter. So that is totally true, because the thing is that the people who care about you, they will do whatever they can in their power to try and help you, and they're the ones who matter and they don't mind. But the people who mind, they don't matter, because the thing is, obviously, like, they don't really care about you trying to change. They don't really care about your well-being, so they are not important and they're not relevant, and those are the type of people you want to get out of your life in 2020. Thank you, Izzy Mantic, for the lovely advice. And this is from Globetrotter, another one of my wonderful followers for the last few years. Own your mistakes and issues and suck it up, ... shit happens. Boom. That is very true, and I can relate to that so hard because I spent almost, like, 2019, I'll tell you already that was like the worst year for me ever. And so I will say this, that like I spent almost the entire year just blaming it on other people and, you know, trying to just put the blame somewhere else, when in actuality, like, it was mostly just me. And I need to own up to my mistakes and realize that I'm the only person who can change my fate, not anybody else. So very good. That's shit happens, as a Globetrotter said. So, you know, you have to just deal with the consequences that come with your actions, and you really need to just move forward. Now, this is from one of my seniors. I love her lots. Her name is Farah, and she said, you do not need to put up with shitty people in your life. Kick them right out. Girl, true. If someone doesn't keep you happy, if someone does not keep you motivated, if your friends are not moving you forward in life and helping you become a better person, then boom, kick them to the street. And thankfully, I'm honest enough where I am able to do that. I'm that type of person, which is why a lot of people dislike me. But if I meet someone for the first time and I don't like them, if they want to hang out again, I'll probably block them or just straight up tell them, hey, our first meeting didn't go so great and I really don't like you. We just don't mesh. So maybe in another life. Thank you, Farah. And Ikra Shahzad, something, I won't reveal her true identity, but she and a lot, like 5 other people, they said the same thing, not to trust anyone. And of course you can trust certain people, but at the same time, you just don't know who to trust, you know? Like, a lot of people can appear as if they're very trustworthy and they're very, you know, they can hold your secrets and they can take care of you and they do things for you, but at the same time you never really know who you can actually trust. And I can't, up till this day, I still don't even know, so I can't even give you guys a lesson on like how to decide who to trust. But like it's a tough world out there and you really need to be careful. Do not put your heart on your sleeve, and just really, something I've learned is to just give out the least amount of info as possible, because you really, even the people that seem that they have the best interests in their hearts, sometimes they don't. Moving on. Okay. The Zubair said nothing. So clearly he learned nothing in 2019. Thank you. And Mr. Notebook, another one of my dear followers for a while, he says, speed kills, take care of your stuff, be aware outside, don't trust every face. So let's start with the beginning. Speed kills, I totally agree. We have all lost friends, we have all lost family in car accidents. Speed kills, and people in Pakistan go crazy on their driving because there's no speed limits out here. There's just sometimes some empty roads, people do racing and all that type of shit. So really just be careful and think about the consequences that this could have on your life and your family and all that other stuff. God forbid. Take care of your stuff. Don't know what you mean by that, but personally I can relate because I love my stuff, and even when someone cleans my room, I'm constantly watching them, you know, like, because I don't want anything to be shifted anywhere. I don't want my stuff to be taken away, you know, like, I love my stuff, if we're talking about the same thing. Mr. Notebook. Okay, so be aware outside. Yeah, outside is dangerous. I can especially say that as a woman. I could not go outside like this. I mean, I could, but I'd have 1,000 people looking at me, trying to grope me, trying to be weird. So that's why I would wear a scarf or something, you know. We're probably not talking about the same thing, but that's my personal perspective. And don't trust every face, just like we just talked about. Some people seem very innocent, some people seem like they have really good intentions, but you never know. Moving on. This is from Asad.u. Learning is a never-ending process. Oh my god, that is so true. Like, for example, my dad, right? He's like late 40s and he's still reading like the same textbooks that I read in medical school right now. And you know, like, that just shows that, I mean, not just in the medical field, but forever, you know, like every day you're learning new things. 2019, 2020, in 2020, we're gonna learn so many new things that we didn't know before. And it's so crazy to think that there's so much out there in this world that like we have no idea about, and we have no idea like what's actually happening out there, you know, like there's so much to learn. And it's absolutely, like what you said, Asad, it's a never-ending process. Like every day, all the way until the day you die, you're probably going to be learning something new. Moving on. Okay, friend Gaurav, he's from India. He said, make yourself heard. That's one thing that he learned in 2019, and I can really appreciate that, because, you know, sometimes we stay really silent and in the background, and sometimes we have opinions that need to be heard, or not even opinions, but if we have our own interests and things that we enjoy and things we want to share with the world, then why not make yourself heard? Like, I love that. That's so unique and so good. Thank you, Gaurav. And this person did not answer my question properly, but I like the question, so I'm going to answer it anyways. Daryalkhuri.photo asked me, what account of a photographer do you like the most? I'd have to say Ibrahim Zouk, and I will tag him here. He is my absolute favorite. I love his vibe. I love his vibes. Go check out his Instagram, and I really, really one day want him to do a photo shoot for me. I wanted him to do my birthday shoot, but I had exams. But either way, we've spoken a couple times. Otherwise, I really don't know much about him. All I know is that his photos are amazing, and he is my favorite photographer on Instagram. Besides Mia Bukhari and Nurulain, this other girl. So those are my 3 favorite photographers, which has nothing to do with 2019, but I just felt like sharing. Okay. If someone is bad, this is from Anonymous. If someone is bad to you, give them more respect. They won't change anyways. That's all about being a bigger person. You know, like we talked about two-faced people and all about that good stuff. Like even if they treat you a certain way, even if they degrade you and all that stuff, just be the bigger person and just try to hold your tongue and try not to be extra emotional. And like I've always been that type of person, so I can speak from total experience that's how I am. So I'm trying to tell you from personal experience that just try to be the bigger person. It's really, really hard, and that's why they call it the bigger person, because it's bigger, it takes more responsibility, it takes more heart, it takes all that stuff. So, you know, people can't change sometimes. You really can't change them as much as you can try, but all it takes is for you to change yourself. Okay, another one from Anonymous. Never trust anybody with like 7 Ys, as we discussed. There's a couple more left. Muiz Hunze, another one of my beloved followers, he responded, life sucks. Yeah, I agree. And it sucks. It's sucky. It gets suckier and suckier the more you go on, but that's how it is. So let's all deal with it. Thank you. Okay, and then Dr. Razokhan said, be thankful to Allah even in worse conditions. And one thing I've learned is that when you wake up in the morning, this is one thing I learned from this multi-billionaire Vietnamese entrepreneur who started out from $0 and he came to America and now he's a multi-billionaire businessman. And I watched one of his interviews once and he said that he wakes up in the morning and the first thing that he does is just say one thing that he's grateful for. For example, if I just wake up in the morning and I say, oh my God, thank you, God. I'm so thankful for how comfortable my bed is. That's it. Just one thing. It will start your day on a positive note. And it's always good to thank Allah. No matter what your beliefs are, you can still be grateful, and that will still keep your life on a positive note. Thank you, Dr. Rezulhan, for that. Now, my friend Raima, she said, nothing ain't forever. Good and bad times won't be forever. Happiness is a choice. Now let's discuss this. This is a good one, Raima. Thank you. Nothing ain't forever. It's true. You think sometimes good times or bad times will last forever, but everything is like this, you know, the good and the bad, you know, like it ain't forever. It's just like, for example, right now I'm going through exams. I feel like I want to die, but I know that in 3 weeks I will feel like a completely different person. So happiness is a choice. Oh, I can't even say how true that is and how hard that is for me to grasp. Because, and by the way, this is our last question, so I'm gonna close the laptop. But happiness being a choice, that is like so difficult for me to deal with, because like the thing is that like, I don't know, it's just being happy is really hard. That's why it's one of the biggest existential crises in the whole world, you know, just being happy. You know, everyone just says like, what do you want in life? Just to be happy. But then again, it is a choice pretty much, like as Raima said, you know, so we have to treat it that way. And if we treat happiness like a choice, then it's much easier to be satisfied and content and just be happy. Anyways, that was all my questions. At least most of them. The rest of them were all pretty crap. I really hope you guys liked my new hair. Oh my God, I can't stop looking at myself. It looks so good. I actually really wish that this was my real hair. But anyways, that was all for today. That was my basically lessons of 2019. And if you guys like my polls, if you guys think that I should keep posting polls on Instagram and then answering them on YouTube, let me know in the comments. If you think they're stupid, then just dislike the video or just comment it. I'm very good with constructive criticism. And Happy New Year, I guess. It's 2020. Like, I feel like 2008 was like yesterday. And this video is getting really long, so I should probably end it. But anyways, bye.